Hi there, welcome to Elm Colors. I'm Erica. On today's video, I'm going to be sharing my coloring plans with you guys. I had said previously that I wasn't going to make this video, but I figured I'd just kind of loop it into my weekend whip. And so I've got some books that I've already started in. I've got a couple of books that I want to get to. And yeah, so I'm going to share some of that. If I have time, I'll do some coloring, but my hand is really hurting because I went a little overboard yesterday. So if I do anything, it'll probably be some like alcohol marker work or something. But yeah, so that is the plan for today. So I hope you guys are ready for that. Super exciting. I'm going to take a sip of my drink and we will get started. My tea today is wonderfully warm. I just made it. It is early morning for me on Friday, and you probably can hear it in my voice. It sounds a little different than it normally does. Okay, so first I want to share what I've done so far in my planner. So I went ahead and colored in the cute little illustration for the month, and then did a fun, different kind of rainbow for the planner this month. I just wanted to use different colors. So yeah, you can see I've already started 11 different things. Jeez. I've got a couple done, but not very many. But yeah, I didn't have this done yet the other day when I was on here with you guys. And then these are a couple of backgrounds that I really want to try. This one, I can see with water mediums of some sort, watercolors, water something. I just think that's such a pretty color combination. So I really want to try that one. And then this one, look how cool that is. Like, I can see this using paint markers. I feel like I've been seeing that a lot all over the place, people using paint markers to do fun things. So I feel like that would be fun on something. I don't know what I want to use it on. I just think it's a cool picture. So yeah, so I've got those tucked in there so that I can figure out what I want to do. That is a lot of what I've done the last couple days, as I just went through and spent, a good hour probably going through Pinterest and finding inspiration images that I like, combining them into the little, how I use it on Canva, where I put all the images in onto the one paper and like a collage sheet, and then cutting them up and putting them on their little pages. So that's, yeah, you'll see a lot of inspiration images, and yeah. So, okay, I'm gonna set this aside. First, I do need to share this. So I've left this out of my completed pages video. So this week I had 2 videos come out. So I had one video that was my completed pages, and the other video was a great idea from Coloring Bumblebee. So Jess over at Coloring Bumblebee she ranked and rated her mythographic books. And she's going to do this as a series, which I think is a great idea. I really enjoyed going through my books and doing that, like figuring out which ones I really liked the most, and what pages I liked in each book and all that. I think that's just such a fun idea. And I would love to do it for more artists. So you guys let me know in the comments. I've already had a couple suggestions, like Hannah Carlson. I had a suggestion for RJ Hampson, but I don't have all of his books, and I don't have very many pages colored in his books, but I could do that still. I had another suggestion for Camellia Angelkova. Again, I don't have all of her books, but I could just go through like my collection. So let me know if that's something that you guys would be interested in seeing a little bit more of. I think it would be fun to do it with the Lulu Mail books and like Maria Trolle books, all of those kind of things. So yeah, let me know what you think. Okay. In this big fantasy grayscale book, you guys saw this one. So I posted this one, worked on this one on a video, I think, and posted this one on Instagram. So this one has been seen, but I used distress ink in the background, and then alcohol markers to do the basing for the characters, and then Prismacolors on top, and added in a bunch of Prismacolors, maybe? I don't remember. I think it's either Prismas or Polys. It might have been Polychromos. Yeah, and then added in just like different colors, so you can kind of see on like the dragon There's a few different colors added in. There's a little bit of sparkle added in. He's got a little bit of blue sparkle pen on some of the scales randomly. And then, yeah, it was really fun to do. I really liked doing this. Drew in a little bit of extra little bits in the background. There were a few already in there. Added some green with the pencil to make the water background even more interesting, and then used a paint marker, I believe, just my Posca maybe, to do those wave things across. And I like the way it turned out. Oh, and stickles. Like the way that turned out, and I liked it so much that I wanted to do another page, so I did this one. And I do like this one too. I don't, something's weird right here on the moon, but that just might be the artwork. But I like it. I like the color combination. I think that turned out really pretty. I like the stickles on the moon, and the glow from her staff. And then of course all the white, dots everywhere from the paint splatters. Yeah, I just think that turned out really cool. I had a lot of fun doing the distress inks in this book. Yeah, it was a good time. I was planning to do a couple more, but I don't know. I might try some with fairies instead of mermaids now, because there's a whole, I mean, this book is full of images that would just be beautiful with that that technique. So yeah, I might come back in here and do some more. I don't know if it'll be this month, but probably this summer. And then maybe in the fall, I'll do some witches. But yeah, so there's that. Okay, in A Time to Chill. So this is a book that is untouched for me, or had been untouched. It is now not untouched. But I got it a while ago, and I thought it was just adorable. And it's survived a couple of, purgings where I've gone through books and gotten rid of the ones that I hadn't touched. But I just kept hold of it because the illustrations were so cute. And I had a viewer reach out and ask if I wanted a buddy color in this, and I was very happy. And we set this up for this month. So Jan, if you don't want to see what I've done, because I'm gonna share a quick peek of it, look away. But I've already completed 2 pages and I have another one going. So I've done this one. How cute. I know it's a sneak peek, but I just thought it would be fun. But I found these inspiration images and just kind of went to town from there, and I just love it. And then I've also done this one. Look. I love these little birds, and I, again, had inspiration images. It's just so fun. And I've started this one. So there are a few in here that I don't love, but like this one, I don't love that one. I really love that one. I really like the ones with the technology and the little creatures mixed in. So like this TV one is super cute. I really like this one. Oh, this little Game Boy, so adorable. Of course, the front cover page. Yeah, there's several in here. I like this one a lot. If I was a coffee drinker, I think I would like this one a little bit more, because I think that's a cute idea, but I don't drink coffee. I like this one. So yeah, there's just so many in here, and I'm very excited to color in this more, but I decided I needed to stop because I was getting obsessed. So I have other books that I want to color in, and yeah, so I did 2, and possibly I'll finish that other one, but I'm not sure yet. All right, in A Million Owls, so far I have done this. This is an untouched book, another one that is on my list of books to color in this year at some point. And I found this cute little illustration of the owl, and I want to kind of use those colors in here so you can kind of see I've already recreated the background a little bit with alcohol markers. And yeah, I'm not sure what I want to do for all these shields. If I want to make... I'm very tempted to make them all kind of metallic. And then, yeah, I don't know for sure yet. And then the owl will probably be, like, some of this extras doodly bits will probably be covered up, and I'll go in more like that owl. But we'll see on that. But yeah, some of the flowers and the shields are throwing me a little bit, but I feel like those, like the flowers could be like a shield too, you know? I guess those are coat of arms more than than the shield, but I don't know. I just thought the color palette would be good for like the amount of shields and stuff that are on there, or coats of arms, or whatever it is. But yeah, I think that's gonna be cute. So that is from Owls. So far in A Million Magical Creatures, I've got a whip going here, so I've got this one going. And I think it's going to be cool. Again, I've got this color palette inspiration. So I've got like multicolored clouds, and my planets are you know, they have a few different watercolory looks on them. And then I've used marker to do some other stuff. So I just have to come in and finish a few things. The table down here is throwing me off. Like, I wasn't sure why. There was just, I mean, I know that, this isn't just floating there, but I don't know what to do with that table. I'm also not done with the background. Like, I've got the base layer done, but I'm going to come in and add darker areas like on the illustration here too. So I've got quite a bit of work done still to do on this page, but I like the colors that I used. I'm hoping to do a lot of rainbow stuff this month. Okay, in Good Yule, this is one of the ones where I went through and just got a bunch of inspiration images. So last month, no, this one's from April. So this was the one that I was supposed to do in April, and I didn't get it done. So I'm going to get in here and get some shading done and add a little bit of a pastel background. But it's just going to be a really subtle background because this side is going to be a whole page full of color. And I feel like a lot of the times, for me at least, when I have two pages side by side, unless it's like a double page spread, I like to have one side that is not full page color because it kind of gives your eye a place to rest. I don't know. I heard that somewhere one time and it just kind of made sense in my brain. So that's kind of what I do now. I try to do, at least. So yeah, so this, I know this one's going to be a full page of color on here. So the background on this side is just going to be a little lighter. So there's that. And I've got May's page here was this one, and this is the color palette that I chose for that, which I feel like that'll translate well to this side too, because I can see like the trees all in like pretty blues, and the snow, of course, the wolf, maybe a white wolf. I don't know, with all the white snow, maybe not a white wolf, but yeah, I think that's going to be a good color palette for both of those pages. And then the June page is the carousel. And so I pulled these colors. I feel like those are just perfect kind of summery colors. So yeah, I'm excited. And then I went through, I also pulled the, I don't know if I have them in here. So I've got August's colors already pulled, and that's for this page. I think those colors are going to be really pretty on the ornaments. And then of course you can also transfer over onto this side very easily. And then I've got the July one somewhere. There it is. So this little mouse thing, and I got these like seaside colors that I thought would be really pretty with that, and still kind of like a red, white, and blue and seaside combined. That's kind of what I wanted to do on that. And I think, again, it's going to translate well over to this page. So yeah, like I said, lots of planning and stuff. That's just been what I've been really doing, except for in these next couple books, because then I've got a lot of things done. So in Botanicum, I have several buddy colors. So if you have a buddy color with me and you do not want to see what I've done so far in this book, look away. I'm going to be sharing a few of those, and I'll let you know when it's all clear. So I've got to start on here so far with a little bit of chalk pastel and water-based markers, but these are my inspiration images for each page. And I'm hoping that I can pull that off. And then I've also got this page, which I haven't started yet, but I love this illustration. Like, it's so beautiful. And I really want to try to recreate something similar to that. I know that I don't have like the background on there, but I feel like, you know, like purple to blue water, and then the reflection. I want to try to put the reflection in. we'll see how that goes. But I think that that would be fun. Like I'm not going to be able to see the whole swan either because the image cuts off, but I think that that will be really pretty. I like this light color for all of the lily pads. Yeah, I just think this is going to be so pretty. And I'm really excited to work on that. And then I've started these two, again, with this inspiration. I really liked this light pink and kind of orangey red color for the ladybugs. And then I'll use the same colors over here too. So yeah. That is what I've done so far in Botanicum. All right, so now I have a couple things done in my mythographics. So Magical Earth, this is the focus book for this month. And I have decided this is going to be the color along page, this cute tortoise and the girl. So if you are interested, check it out. I should be able to work on that next week and get that video out to you guys here soon. I love this image, so I'm very excited about that. I also have this one that I really want to color, and I've got this. Look at these cute little lizards. I really liked this painterly effect, so I thought maybe I could try to use some paint markers to do some of the background work and maybe some of the work on the oasis as well. Yeah, I think that's going to be what I'm going to try. And then I think I'm going to do the lizard to match the sand in the background. So yeah, so that's a maybe on that one. That's what I want to do. I just saw my wonderful coloring friend Phaedra had just started her page, and I've started mine as well. So this was my inspiration image. Of course, I'm going to go a little bit darker with pencils and stuff, but this is just the base layer with some chalk pastels. But that's going to be my page in this one with the jellyfish. All right. Now, I know this looks crazy, but hear me out. This is what I'm going to end up with right here. So I like these other two illustrations, but I really liked just all the green on that. And so that's what it's going to end up with. So this is just the base layer, which is like the light green that you see in there. And then I just have to come in with all the shading. I think it's going to be really beautiful and very different for me. Like green is not a color that I would do a whole page of. So I'm excited and have started a little bit of the chalk background on this side. I couldn't really get into all these little spaces without just making a complete mess. So I'm going to do that side with pencil, and I'm going to darken this, make it even darker in some of these areas too. So yeah, I think that's going to be really cool. And when I was looking up horses, I was like, okay, I was trying to figure out how to search for a horse with a flower mane, like I didn't know what to look up. And so I kept typing in, I was like, horses with flowers in their hair. And of course, it just gives you like a real horse with a bunch of flowers in their mane. And then I was like, tree horse. And then I just put in mythological horses. And after scrolling for a bit, I found all three of these images. And I was like, that is perfect. That is exactly what I wanted. And I was happy that it paid off after a little while of searching. I was getting frustrated, but you just have to keep trying different words combinations, and eventually you'll find something that you like. Just so you know, a lot of the times when I'm searching, illustration usually follows whatever it is that I've typed in. So, for the lizard up in the front, I typed in desert lizard illustration and then got a whole bunch of different illustrations pop up that way. And once you start, being drawn to those types of images, Pinterest will feed that machine. Like the algorithm will pick up, these are the kind of images that you're actually looking for. So yeah, if you're just on Instagram, or not Instagram, but Pinterest randomly one day, just start looking up like children's illustrations or, a specific type of something illustration, but just keep looking up illustrations. And that's kind of how I get the majority of my inspiration images. Okay, so This one, I just decided to go in with a marker and start coloring. I don't know what I'm doing with this page. I don't know where, I have no idea. So I've only got the outside, which the marker is so streaky and so, it's just not great. So I'm going to try to make it look like a velvet kind of thing. So there'll be a lot of darker shading in there. And I feel like once I get that shading in, it'll look pretty cool. And then I don't know what I want to do with the inside. I don't know if I want to do like if I want to save it till fall and have like this be a fall landscape. I feel like that would be really pretty. Yeah, I don't know. I just started coloring and I was like, what am I doing? I'm not in the mode to just freehand it right now. So here is another one that I want to color, and I really liked the color combination here. I like the sky and with the green in the background. I like the color of the flamingo. I'm thrown a little bit on how I want to color the little island that's on the back. This was another one where I just was getting frustrated with trying to figure out the right wording. Like I couldn't find an illustration anywhere like this with like a building or anything on the back of a flamingo. I just kept typing things over and over and over, and they're like, nope, that's not, you don't get that this week. But I did end up finding eventually an illustration that I did like the color combinations of. So I'm going to try that. We're going to see how that translates to that. But yeah, that one. Maybe I could do a little bit of alcohol marker work with you guys today if we get through this and I'm not tired of talking yet. Or hopefully you guys aren't tired of listening to me talk. In Mythographic Paradise, I have started a page. So I've started this one. I love it so far. And this is the inspiration image. I think it's going to translate really well into this page. I think I might come in actually and add some clouds in too. I will be fixing the blend in the background too. So that's going to get a little bit of attention with pencils. And then I did the wrong color for the trees. But I think I can add in enough. Like, I feel like this is a good base to add in like rainbow highlights on the trees even. I think that would be a neat touch. And then the tops of all of the little tower bits are all going to have some kind of metallic watercolor on it. I don't know if it'll be gold or silver or like some kind of, I don't know, purple. I don't know. And then the other thing I thought about doing on this one was continuing the water so it goes over the top of these windows and just covering up the windows completely. Because I just feel like, I mean, I get that maybe, I don't know, I just don't know where the water's coming from here. So I feel like it just needs to continue over the edge. So I might be doing that too. But yeah. Wanted to get this rainbow page done for a while, so there's that. I've also flagged this one back here. Where is it? This one. I've got inspiration images for that too, so I want to color that one as well. But that's a maybe. So definitely the rainbow one though. In Mythographic Voyage, there's also a rainbow page that I have been wanting to color, and it's this one in the back. And I've got this inspiration image, which I just fell in love with the colors, and I feel like this is going to be a great one for this color palette. And I've done chalk pastel so far, and I will be coming in with pencils and stuff to do the rest of it. I'm not sure what I want to do on the rainbow yet, because there's only 5 colors here, and I just have to figure out what other colors I want to work into it. But I just like that. I like that whole thing. And I like the color, the fact that the birds are colorful in this, that they're not just, I don't know. I want colorful birds as well, mixed in. And then a beautiful like gold little platform thing that she's dancing on. So yeah. I like the way that looks so far, and I'm excited to work on it. Okay, so that's what I've done so far this month. And then the rest of this is just like plans. Like I don't really have, I don't have anything done in the next couple books, but I've got a couple of inspiration images shoved in a couple of places. So we'll see. In Boule de Pois, I have not colored in this in the last little bit, so I want to color in this one. I feel like, is it, this one is the, I believe, I'm going to mark this. I think this is the one that is the group buddy color that Lavelda's Coloring and Colorful Diary does. So I think that's the one that's the group one. I really wanted to color this one here. I thought that one was really cute. The little donkeys. And are those oranges? I'm going to color them as oranges. I think they're oranges. I wanted to color that one. And the unicorn, because I have not done it. And I want to do a fun rainbow background. I think that would be really pretty. And possibly rainbow hair. We'll see. But yeah, that's what I want to do in Boule de Pois. In Nature, I have not colored in this. This is an untouched book for me. It is on my list of books to color this year. And I wanted to color. So there is a color along out there. I've got my book here so I can tell you what it is. It is Jungle Coloring 25 by Mary Full Colors. And I figured that this tiger one would work. And then I really liked the color palette here. Again, search tiger illustration. And that's what came up. But I thought that that one was really cool. So I'm going to try that. We'll see how that goes. I just feel like all these leaves would be really fun in these pinks and oranges and turquoises instead of just green all the time, you know? So that's my plan. I think it's going to be a cute page. But yeah, so there's that from Nature by Diane Dufour. In Hidden Earth, this is a book that's coming out June 10th from Rita Berman, and this is just a reprint of the this one. So this is the U.S. version, and this is the German version. And you can see the size difference here. So it's like about an inch bigger all the way around. But it's the same images, but it's bigger. And it does, like, some of the, let me see if I can find an example here. All right, so the best one that I can find really is this one. So, like, I feel like this is really small and fiddly, and this one is not. I feel like this is definitely more approachable for me, and I like that it's not so tiny. But yeah, at least there you can kind of see the size difference. But I colored in the water book, Hidden Ocean, last month, and I really like the paper, so I'm very excited to color in this. And the page that I picked out is this one. This side, I don't think I'm going to color this side. I might, I don't know. But I really liked this one. I wanted to color this because Jamie at Finding Joy in Color has a color along. It's something, the colorful year, the wild year of color. And then this month is elephants. So this was, I liked the other elephant page in here, which is back here, this one. But I really liked all of this, and I wanted to do this elephant. So, and I liked this page. And then I found this. Now this is just the zebra in here, but I like the colors. So I'm really going to try to do something similar to that. Lots of pinks and all the flowers, and like this like yellowy green and like a bluish turquoisey green for the leaves. I think that's going to look really nice with all the different animals. So, and who knows, I might Lisa Frank it up and do colorful animals too to match the color palette here. So we'll see. But yeah, I like this book. I'm very excited to color in it some more. And yeah, that's what I want to do in Hidden Earth. Okay, in Petit Poupée, I want to color. I had in here Ursula from last month, and I didn't get to it, and I loved it. It's so cute. So it's going to stay in there, but I want to do one of the Belle pages, and I think it's going to be this one. Yeah, I just think it's cute. And Jordy Colors is doing her Color the Fairy Tales hashtag, and this is the Beauty and the Beast is the color along this, or the theme this month. So I thought this would be a perfect page for that. I did look at coloring in Sagan, but that Beauty and the Beast page is the only one. It's like one of the only ones in that book that I don't love. I don't know what it is about the way she drew Beast. I just don't love it. And I've looked at it to try to see if I could like color it in a certain way that it would work for me. And I don't know that I have the skill to do it. I feel like there's artists out there that could absolutely do it justice, but I just don't know. I really like the way Belle's drawn. I can't get past the way the Beast is drawn. So, and then the other one is a very like zoomed out image of Belle, like in the garden. And I don't know. Neither one of those really spoke to me. So instead of coloring in Sagen, I'm going to do, I think Petit Poupée. I think this is going to be fun. And I have not colored in this in a little bit. So yeah, excited for that. All right. These next couple books are ones that are newer. Well, new. They're just new, basically. I have not colored in any of them. And I want to work in them. So this is Modern Folk Art. I love this cover. I love the colors. I love the feel of it. It's just so cool. This is by Dawn Nicole Warner, and I just want to color in it. I don't know what I want to do yet. I might do like a random picker on this one, but you know, each of the pages is pretty much single-sided. Definitely could use alcohol marker, water-based markers, whatever. And it's going to be a simple page. It's not going to be crazy. I like that one a lot. That one's kind of speaking to me a little bit. That's cute. But I do love also in the front here that there are color palettes that you can use. And you can also like go online and just look at what she does, because she's very talented. And I like the colors that she uses in her color palettes and how things are, you know, flat color, but it's just beautiful. So yeah, so that's my plan for this book. I think I'm going to do, oh, I like that one too. Yeah. I think I'll do a random picker though. And hopefully I'll get a cool saying. So yeah, I like that one. So that's in the plans. Then we've got Funky Florals. This is another one that I'm very excited about. I will be doing a book flip of this soon. I did have a request for that, so I will try to remember to get that out there. But this is a really cool book. It is new this year, I believe. Right? Yeah, new this year. And this is by Megan Wells. And she's just a really cool mixed media artist. So you can kind of see some of her, well, you can see some of her work here. And then she kind of talks to you about different ways that she does things. I feel like this would be a really fun book to play with some of like the mixed media effects in the background. Because it's just a big thing of flowers and you could really have a lot of fun. Yeah, I'm very excited. And again, beautiful color palettes listed at the front of the book. So fun. So yeah, one of these pages in here. The nice thing about this book is you have on one side, you have the black line art. And then on the back side, you have the gray line art of the same image. So if you want to do like a no line water or no line look for your coloring, you can use the gray side. And I just think that's so fun. But there's lots of images in here. There's several wallpaper things, but there's also things like this where it's just super cute. There's sayings, there's just straight florals. I really like it a lot. And I feel like, again, this is going to be a really fun one to try to play with some mixed media techniques as well. So yeah, I'm gonna have fun in this. This is gonna be a creative book for me. I just feel like you could just do so much fun stuff in the background with this. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. So yeah, I will do a full flip of this here soon. But yeah, this is on my my playlist this month. I do want to try to get her other book too. So she's got this book, Funky Florals. So she's got, it's mixed media projects that she does. So she kind of shows you how she goes about that process too. And they're specific projects, but you could take the tips and the techniques in those projects and then apply them to whatever project you're working on. So that's a book that I might be interested in getting because I do like her style very much. I think it's very cool. So yeah, so that's Funky Florals. All right, next is Manga Mania. This is a book by Christopher Hart. This is also, it also is, what's the other artist? Background illustrations are by Anzu. Right there. So yeah, I was familiar with Christopher Hart's characters, and the backgrounds in this book have just taken it to the next level. And I'm so excited to pick a page in here and just go to town. I think this one's going to be another one where I just randomly do like a random picker because they're all amazing. There is not a page in here that I don't like. I love all of them. Now, I like some more than others. This one's not my favorite, but I think it's a really cute image and I would color it. These both they're just so cute. So yeah, I'm super excited to color in this. Again, definitely one that will be a randomized picker. I don't know how many pages are actually in here, but it's a lot. So many. The paper's really smooth. That's the only thing I'm a little bit worried about. So I'm gonna try to play with the paper first and see how that goes. Let me know if you guys would like to see a video about that, like me trying this paper out for the first time, because this is a company that I'm not familiar with, but the paper feels super, super smooth. Like, I feel like it would be good for like alcohol markers, but it's double-sided. So yeah, not sure how that's going to work. So I can play with this on a video. If you guys are interested, let me know. This one's really cute. Look at that one. Okay. Yeah. Let me know. And, I could do that for you. And then last but not least is Fairytales and Folklore. This is, you guys have all seen this. It's beautiful. I've only done a little bit of a tester with some hollies here. I'm going to try other pencils. I've heard that the Prismacolors don't work great in here, which is upsetting to me because they're my favorite pencil. But I'm open to trying other things. And I've seen people use water mediums decently well, I think, in these books. So yeah, I'll just play and see what happens. Again, the paper on this is very smooth as well. Some of the times I feel like when the paper's super smooth like that, I have better luck if I do a base of like a water-based marker or some kind of water medium, just to give my pencil something to hold on to. I don't know if that is the case for everybody or if it's just me, but I don't know what I want to color in here yet, though. You know what? Let's just find a page. I liked that little wreath back there. I like both of those little flower things. Yeah, let's just try. Let's see what happens. Okay, just randomly grabbed a couple of greens. So let's see how this goes. We're gonna just attempt it and see what happens. What's on the back side of this? The snake. Okay, I'm not too worried about accidentally going through and messing up. I don't think this is gonna bleed. So this is about all the coloring I can do right now is with some markers. Like I said earlier, my hand, I don't know when to stop. I take that back. I know when to stop. I just can't stop. So I just keep going until, like, especially those cute little time to chill pages. Like, I just wanted to finish. They turned out so cute. I really like them. All right, I'm going to try to find all the leaves that look like that. There's a lot of different leaves on here. So when I do work with water-based markers and I know that there's a potential for streaking, I tend to try to go in the direction that any streaking would be beneficial to me. Like, it's not gonna, like, I'm not just gonna go straight up and down the whole leaf. I did kind of on that one, but I see the streaks, so now I'm paying more attention to what I'm doing. But yeah, I try to go in a direction that if there were streaking, that it would look like it was done on purpose. And that is what I do a lot of when I'm when I work in these with this medium. So I didn't say hi. Almost at the end of the video, I still didn't say hi. So hi. I hope you are having a wonderful weekend, or wherever you are in your day, your week, while you're watching this. We've got lots of open houses coming up. And yeah, this weekend I've got 3 different open houses to go to, and we're playing D&D tonight, and I don't know, there's something else I need to do, but of course right now it's not in my brain. But I tried really hard to wake up early today, like earlier than even I actually got up, so that I could make this video for you guys, because I knew that I wasn't gonna have time tonight, and I didn't want to have you wait again like you did last week. And I felt bad. There were a couple people that were like, just making sure that you're okay. I'm glad you're glad you're giving us the video, because they, they're used to seeing it first thing Saturday morning, and then it wasn't there this week. So but yeah, so I try to make them on Friday so that I can get them to you guys first thing Saturday. It doesn't always work out, but yeah, so I wanted to get up early to do that for you today. And then last night, I stupidly had caffeine too late. And normally, where my brain would be like, oh, caffeine, and now I can function normally. I could not sleep. My mind was racing. It was crazy. So I tried to read for a while, hoping that would kind of knock me out, and it helped. But I still didn't get to bed until really late. And then my husband forgot to turn off his stupid early alarm. So it went off stupid early. And I was not pleased, because then I couldn't really get back to sleep. I kind of did, and then by the time I kind of did, it was time to actually get up. So I'm hoping I can take a quick power nap later so that I'm not falling asleep while I'm trying to play D&D tonight. And then they can all call me the old lady like I am. So my husband has started soccer conditioning for the high school that he's coaching at, and he has to get up at 5 o'clock every day now, because he is coaching. The school that he's coaching at is a half hour away from us. And, he needs a little bit of time to get ready in the morning. And, he is not a morning person either. So a lot of the time it's going to be me like nudging him to get out of bed, turn off the alarm. So yeah, I get to wake up at 5 o'clock every day now. Thankfully, I've been able to go back to sleep so far this week, but I'm not sure how much longer that's gonna happen. My youngest and I are planning to set schedules for ourselves for the summer, so we're not just 2 bumps on a log all summer. I think I talked a little bit about this earlier. We're gonna set times to go to parks and walk together, and sometimes we'll go on different hikes and stuff. But then also I feel like things like, we need to work in things that are maybe not so fun, because if we both had our way, we would sit down and do the things that we want to do instead of the things that we need to do. So, my choice is to sit down and color all day, every day. And her choice would be to be, playing this new game that she's addicted to. So yeah, we're gonna have designated times, and hopefully that will help us out a little bit. I'm gonna work in like exercise times too, where I'm actually sit down and exercise, because I'm getting frustrated with my body. It's just making me angry. And it doesn't matter, like, I'm not going to say it doesn't matter what I eat, because I don't always make the best choices, but I don't overeat, and I don't eat, you know, a whole lot. I just don't move as much as I should. And on top of that, you know, my body's old. So I am hanging on. It feels like my body is holding on to every single calorie that I eat. Like, it doesn't use it. It just keeps it and then tucks it away for later. So yeah, I'm frustrated with that. I've looked at, I don't know how many different things on, you know, of course the algorithm now knows that I'm that age. So every other ad on my Instagram page is, you know, menopause, perimenopause, lose weight, but taking this pill, you know, try this, drink. I'm like, just stop. It's crazy. All right. There's those. Those look nice. I think this is the other one that I picked out. There's 3. Oh, how many different leaves? 3. There's 1, 2, 3. Just that. And then this random one here. Okay, those 2 might be the same. I think I said it earlier. I'm going to try to do the color along next week. And then I want to do, like the other video ideas that I've had so far, just in this video. If you want to see any more like artist series ranked, let me know. And let me know which artists too. And then let me know if you want to see something in that manga coloring book, because I feel like that one is, I think it's cool. So sorry it wasn't a whole lot of coloring today. I probably should have just done a plans video. I had originally said I wasn't going to do it because I was just going to pick up whatever I felt like coloring and, you know, just have fun, which I did end up doing. Like, that's what all of the books are that you saw. Those are ones that I was just like, yep, that makes me feel good this month. I'm going to color in it. But if I don't at least have that, then I just stare at all of my books and I'm like, I don't know what to do. There's too many options. There's too many choices. Definitely get decision paralysis, you know, with that. So, I have to have some options, but I'm looking at it this month as, if I get it done, great. If I don't, that's okay. I'm not putting a lot of expectations on myself. And I think that's a good way to do it. Other than getting, you know, like my buddy colors done. That's the one that I'm going to focus on. But I feel like these leaves here and maybe these leaves are the same. And then they've got all of these little ones that are poking out, right? Yeah, so I like that I can, you know, even though I have an injured hand, or I've injured my hand on my own, I can still come in with different markers like this and get some work done, you know, like I don't have to, I said these guys back here, right? Yeah. I don't have to just stop coloring. I can get a little bit started. I'm also thinking of doing the hobbies video that Karen from My Colorful Country Life had put out there. I saw hers and I saw Jordy Colors do one too, and I was like, oh, that's so fun. I don't have nearly as many hobbies as they did. Oh, wait, what is that? That's a leaf. But I feel like I have enough things around that I could share that with you guys. So that's a possibility of something that might pop up here. Oh, I don't like that at all. That's a no. Let's find something else. All right, I'm going to do this dark blue. I don't know if this is going to be the right call either, but that's what's going to happen. What was I saying? Shoot. Hobbies? Hobbies tag? Was I done? I don't know. But yeah, I think I want to do that one too. So that's my kind of video plans for the month as well, I guess. And then, of course, the weekend whips. But I know a lot of you have commented that these are typically your favorite videos of mine. You know what? I think I want those ones to be that light green color too. They just look a little bit different. But yeah, what I'm going to ask it just because I feel like I need to know. What are your favorite kind of videos for me? Is it these weekend whips? Is it my color alongs? I mean, of course, completed pages are not gonna, that's not gonna change, but I feel like these weekend whip videos are almost even turning into like little, I mean, it's not like a vlog, like exactly, but it definitely is like a life update, and then you know, whatever I'm working on at the moment. I have seen a couple other people where they do like snippets. I think Kay does that, and somebody else. I can't remember who else. But they take like, they film like little bits and pieces of things that they're working on from different times in the week, and then they put them all together in like a compilation at the end of the week. Let me think if, like, let me know if that's something that you would be interested in seeing instead of like me just sitting here and chatting with you guys, or if you like the chatties. I do like these ones just because, especially if I have something like specific on my mind, I feel like it's a good place for me to sit down and talk about that with you guys. You guys have always just been super supportive, and you know, even if I state opinions that you don't necessarily agree with, I've had people reach out. You know, some people are, of course, you know, I'm not gonna listen to your channel or watch your channel anymore because you said this, whatever. That's fine. That's absolutely your right to do that. But I've had other people, you know, say, I don't necessarily agree with you, but, you know, I like your other content, and I'm not going to stop watching you just because you expressed an opinion. So I like that aspect of it, the supportive aspect. Okay, I think I'm going to use this color for these little guys too. So if you're going to invest in water-based markers, one of the things that I recommend is getting a good green set, getting lots of different greens. Because as you can see, when you are basing, you want a variety. You don't want to just have the same green every single time. Is that all of those little pieces? Yep. Okay. All right, well, I think that's it on that. Yeah. And then once I do that, like, it always looks a little rough too when you first do the coloring, because especially with the water-based markers, it's such a flat color, and then, you know, once you add the pencil shading on there, that's when it really gets good. So yeah, that is going to be it for me today. Sorry, it wasn't a ton of coloring, but that's kind of how I approach all of my pages that I do use water-based markers on. I do it a lot, or alcohol markers. It's the same thing. I just find, you know, the same kind of part of the illustration throughout the page, color that the same color, and then go to the next color. Yeah, and I like coloring that way. So okay, that's it for me. I appreciate you guys being here. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you next time. Bye.